Hi everyone, Richard here. Have you ever been to Spain? Maybe not, but today we're going to make a dish that's going to take you there. You're going to taste a dish that Spain makes, and also the south of France, called Ratatouille. Or in Spain, in Barcelona, they call it Samfaina. It's an excellent vegetarian dish that you are going to love. Let's do it. You know, when I was younger, I guess about maybe 10 years ago, I used to cook for a group of 20 men, and I became interested in trying different kinds of food from different countries. And I came across this one book called Catalan Cooking, and I said, why not? Let's try it out. So I found a dish called Samfaina, and I tried it. And the ingredients are olive oil, zucchini, salt and pepper, tomatoes, red bell peppers, green bell pepper, eggplant, onion, and garlic. If you want to get a deeper flavor in this dish, which I didn't have the luxury of doing that, you would want to roast the red bell peppers and the green bell peppers and peel the skin off. Okay, what you get is a smokiness in the Samfaina, in the ratatouille. So, but tonight it's just as good. So tonight we're going to start doing this. What you do is you start off with a good old extra virgin olive oil. This is really good for your health. It keeps the good in and the bad out. Okay? And you really just mix it all together and cook it all up together. I mean, there's no add this first, add that second. You just dump it all in there. And the smell that begins to come out of this thing is pretty amazing. You know, so never been to Spain myself, but I kind of think this is what Spain smells like in the kitchens where they're starting to cook Samfaina or ratatouille. You know, I mean, it's just great. It's just good stuff. And, I mean, this is all vegetables. All of it. So, and that's pretty much it. You just dump it all in there. You chop it all up. No fancy chopping. Just chop it up and put it in there. You can also puree this. I love the blender, in case you haven't noticed that. I love the blender, and because it just blends. It blends. It gets things, all the flavors mixed together, and it's, you know, it just makes it that much better. But this is what we're looking at. Olive oil, all the vegetables, salt and pepper, ba-boom. And what you do is you let this cook for a while until it cooks down and the vegetables begin to fall apart. You can take it until they do fall apart, or you can take it to a point where you can still tell what they are. But I like to take it further where they're almost disintegrated into like a sauce. Okay, so we'll let this cook, and then we'll show you what it looks like. As you can tell, the vegetables have lost a lot of their moisture, and they've caramelized on the bottom. What you want to do is you want to stir it every few minutes so it won't burn. You want the caramelization, but you don't want it to burn, okay? Because when the caramelization happens, that's where all the sugars come out, and it adds to the flavor. So see here, like at this point, if you can see it there on the camera, at this point, you could either puree it, or you could just plate it with whatever you want to make it with. If you were to puree it, you could also use this as like marinara sauce, like spaghetti sauce, okay? And you could bake some boneless, skinless chicken breast in the oven and let it just bubble, you know, cover it and let it bubble so it won't dehydrate, and let the chicken cook in the Samfaina, in the ratatouille. And that's pretty much it. So as you can tell, it's on the way down. All the vegetables are falling apart. They're releasing all their juices. There's a symphony going. If you could smell this, It smells pretty incredible. So we're going to plate this, and then we're going to take a taste. Here we are. The vegetables were chopped, sauteed in olive oil, salt and pepper, and they've fallen apart, and they've released all their goodness. It's kind of like a symphony, you know. You have like a violin in the corner, you have a cello, you have an oboe, you have a trombone, you have a big old giant drum, and by itself, it's kind of boring actually, because if you eat a piece of zucchini by itself, cooked or otherwise, it's pretty bland. But when you combine it with other vegetables, you know, like a bell pepper, which everybody knows what a bell pepper tastes like. It's kind of musky, kind of spicy, a little bit toasty. The eggplant has a flavor all its own. So when you combine all of these together, the onion, of course, when you combine all of these flavors together, you know, it's pretty good. And my youngest son, Roman, he has a George Foreman grill that he used to make this chicken. He's not much of a cooker, as well as my other two sons. You know, they're one of my other sons is a cooker. He likes to cook a lot. Aaron, Roman, he's you know, he's a filmer here. So I'm kind of inspiring him. Okay. And Rick, he's getting a little bit of inspiration too. He says, Dad, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. So I'm taking pointers from them all, hoping they'll be inspired and cook a dish for their wives. Because, ladies, don't you like a meal cooked for you? Of course you do. Of course you do. So I'm going to taste this, and I will let you know what's going on. It's on point. It's on point. It's definitely good. This is worth your chopping and your sauteing. Try this dish. And when it's all done, you're going to sit there and you're going to eat it slow.